morning. My name is Daniela, and I'm here to offer a 20 minutes yoga practice that I've brought together, especially for the Sacred Journey retreat I was recently teaching at. Wonderful experience. And I just want us to have that sequence when we have less time in the morning, and in order to keep that going. So if you have a belt or something, a scarf that you can use it. Otherwise, you can do also without. And you're going to start laying down. So let's interlock our legs in Sukhasana. Open the arms. Widen the chest. You can roll the shoulders slightly back. Feel the earth holding us. Let's take a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale perhaps with an open mouth. We can do so once or twice. Then slowly we let the breath become natural and neutral through the nose, letting the oxygen come in and come out of your own face. And let's just meet ourselves, asking ourselves, how do we feel right now? How is my body? And let the answers come from the body itself rather than the mind. What do I feel this morning? Let's accept all the emotions alive. You can follow the breath as a tool to stay present to the now. And from here, we're going to start our physical motion after landing a bit into the ground. You can let the feet come into the floor. Just feel your back, the whole spine, elongate the neck. If your chin is coming up, you can always place a pillow or a blanket under the head. With the exhalation, we're going to bring the knees to the chest and hold with our hands and make some circles to the knees. Lubricating the hip bone, the hip joint. You can change direction. You can interlock the hands over the knees, widen the elbows, roll the shoulders down, and make some circles to the feet, awakening, lubricating the joints. You can point the toes, flex them, point and flex. From here, we're going to place the feet on the floor. Let's rotate the wrist, warming it too. You can move fast or slow. Change direction. Turning the palms towards the sky, sending the shoulder blades back to the earth, and then elongating the hands to the wall behind us. Feel the length it's being created in the spine. You can lift your toes and slowly start elongating the feet, the heels, as if we're pushing on a wall. Make it a slow motion until we get to a full body stretch. Elongating especially the heels away from us to feel the back body becoming longer. Trying to let the feet be super wide. So also pressing the outer part of the feet, the arches, and the inside. the whole feet. You can even look up for a moment to make sure that the whole feet and shoulders spread nicely. You can let go of the head, move it a little from side to side. And with exhalation, we'll bring the hands back. And we can hug the right knee to the chest. Let's open the elbows super wide. We can bend the left knee, placing it on the floor, keeping the chest open by opening the elbows super wide. Opening and breathing here. Trying to create space here. So I'm not bringing the knee too much because then I'm losing the balance of my hips. I can take them away a little, the knee. And slowly I can also start elongating the left leg, just in order to extend my spine, which is usually in the morning what we suffer from the most stiff back. Breathe deep through the nose at all times. So from here, you can hold your thigh and press your feet up. You can make some circles and then extend the heel. Now at this stage, you could grab your feet, but most of us, we don't have enough length in the leg or the shoulder in order to do that in alignment. So we can use a belt to get to a nice 90-degree angle. If you're short in your leg, so you might be here, over time you can extend or more and more. So we breathe here, both legs. A moment of breath. And slowly we can open the legs slightly to the right. So if I would ask myself, what is the one position, the one sequence that I would recommend to do every day, even if I don't have enough time for a long practice, is this elongation of the legs. It affects the whole body, the spine, it supports the back, it supports the mind, it gives us ground and stability. We can start taking the leg to the opposite direction. Take your time here, taking the thigh away from the waist to feel that you're creating length before peeling the right buttock. And then we can start peeling it. We can start letting the left buttocks come up. Keep extending both legs. And here we are in a twist. You can always keep the knees bent if it's too much. You can move your head from side to side. Breathe deep. Keep your head wherever you feel it's relevant to keep it. And slowly we shall return. Let's hug again both knees to the chest. Open the elbows. Feel the balance of the leg. You can place the feet on the floor, turning the hands up and away, lifting the toes, and extending the heels, taking here a couple of breaths. Trying to feel the differences between the right and the left leg. From here we can slowly bring the left knee, so we've changed the leg. We can bend the right knee and take here a few moments to try to balance the hip bones. I'm not bringing the knee to my chest at any cost. Keeping the elbows wide to roll the shoulders down. Keeping that extension, I can now start elongating the right leg without losing the balance and the harmony I'm trying to create between my hip bones. Keeping the elbows bent is important to roll in order to roll the shoulders down, because the tendency or during a day to take the shoulders forward. And in the yoga, one of the gifts is the ability to open the chest. We can now hold behind the thigh, we can make some circles. Here I'm going to show the variation when we don't have a belt. So I can still hold like so, or like so. Trying all the time to open the elbows towards the floor. Taking a couple of breaths where both the right leg and the left leg are imagining that they're pressing into something, but still finding our softness and the breath flowing at all times. I'm starting to open the leg to the left. I can hold the feet if I have the capacity. If not, I can support elsewhere. Keep the right leg super engaged. You can even keep your right hand on top of the thigh to keep it grounded. We want to keep the shoulders and the whole body super grounded. Keep the breath flowing also to the edges, not around only the lungs and the nose area. Taking you 2 more breaths. In the next exhalation, we're returning the leg. I'm starting to take the leg to the right. I'm taking my thigh away just to give some space in the waist, to give balance. And then slowly I'm going deeper to a twist. You can bend the knee. You can open your left arm. You can move your head from side to side, only to find the right place to let go of your head. And once you find it, just breathe and be here. One more breath. And we're returning the leg, bringing the knees to the chest. You can open the elbows again. From here, we can hug the knee. If your spine feels good, we can roll in. From the chin in, don't strain your neck. So we are rolling a bit like a ball. And if you're feeling good and healthy in your spine, you can make a few rolls here. If your back is sensitive, you can always come to sitting by coming from the side. And we're going to sit here in Sukhasana, making some circles to our upper body, awakening different parts, changing direction. Let's take the hands forward, open the chest, start walking forward, keeping the back concave. And with the next exhalation, rounding the back, letting go. Couple of breaths here. I'm using my hands both to ground my sitting bones and to find length. One more breath. With the inhalation, we look forward, and now let's try and let the buttocks lift up and we come to all fours. I'm going to show you from the side. Keep placing the palms under shoulders, knees hip distance apart, feet engaged with the exhalation. Let's round the back, look towards your belly. In the inhalation, you can flex your toes, open the chest, separate the shoulders, and we continue with our own breath. Exhale, you're rounding in. Inhale, opening up, creating as much space between the spine as you can with every breath. Next time that we are pointing our toes and elongating all the back of the foot to the floor, we are rounding in, and maybe we can even lift the knees to feel a bit of engagement in our core. Maybe we can move the buttocks forward and backwards. And here we're starting to engage the core, not only the core, also shoulders, placing the knees on the floor, flexing the toes, turning the buttocks far away. You can start doing the same, hovering the knees and slowly sticking the buttocks far away. So a kind of down dog, but with super bent knees, so we feel the back very long. Let go of your head. Breathe here. You can now elongate one leg. So let's elongate the left one first. Trying even maybe to lift the toes in order to feel the whole back of the leg engaged. And we change. We bend the left knee. We straighten the knee, the right one. Try and elongate the right heel towards the floor. You can lift the toe, relaxing the head, keeping the energy in the palms separated and as engaged as you can. Let's bend the knees again, sticking the buttocks as high as we can. And only if it doesn't round your back, let's straighten both legs, keeping the head relaxed. From here, we can roll into our toes to a plank. Now, a plank is a very strong position. If you're weak today or in general right now and your back is collapsing, it's not good for our back. So if it does, you place the knees on the floor and we're strengthening the core here. Taking here one more breath, whether with the knees or without. Then we're all going to take the knees down, bending elbows, rounding on our bellies, placing the forehead on the floor, elongating the legs, taking here a few breaths. The legs are engaged. You can take the hands back, opening up the chest a little to Shalabhasana. The legs are engaged, but the feet in the floor, knees off the floor. Couple of deep breaths here. If you feel that you can maintain the knees straight, you can lift your chest further, taking the elbows back, relaxing the neck. With exhalation, we can come down. Palms by the side body. Let's get the knees on the floor. We're lifting up, toes together. Let's take the buttocks to the heels. Two child pose, but an active one. So we're using our hands. You can even grab the mat in order to feel the buttocks going more and more to the heels and let go of the head. Let's take here a couple of breaths, making ourselves longer and longer. With a breath. The next inhalation, we can come up, flexing the toes, getting the buttocks up in the air, then to a down dog. You can do that by grabbing the mat or flattening the palms, letting go of the hand. Good breath. And slowly we can walk tiny steps, legs towards the hands. You can keep the feet hip distance or have the feet together, letting go of the head. You can bend the knees if you feel tightness. With inhalation, let's concave the back. So grab wherever your palms reach and open your chest as if the chest wants to see the view. Keep the shoulders up. Breath long. Really concaving the back. With the exhalation, we can bend the elbows and rounding. If you're not trying to reach the floor, you're trying to stretch the legs. Inhale one more time, concaving the back, opening the chest. We can place the palms on the waist, elbows up to open the chest, and with strong legs, we can come up to standing. We can have our hands by the side, we're going to turn forward. Standing in Tadasana, whether we have the feet together or apart, depending on how you feel, but have your toes a bit rotated in. Let's stand in Tadasana. Tadasana is the mountain. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over heels. You can look at a point or close your eyes and just feel, create harmony in your body. Let the left and the right leg press the floor simultaneously. Check whether you're collapsing somewhere, whether your head is tilting. Try and position ears over shoulders, shoulder over hips, hips over heels. Then it's our internal mirror. Is turned on and helping us to arrive to as much harmony and symmetry in the body. We are not symmetrous naturally. Breathe to the length. Slowly we can start lifting the arms from the armpits, creating width in the arms. Make yourself as wide as you can, each palm going far away from the shoulder. Slowly we can lift up the arms all the way up. You can keep the arms shoulder apart. Keep the breath long. Imagine a deep closing between your toes, heels, arches, ankles, knees, thighs. We can interlock the hands, rotate them up and Move with the upper body to the left. Try to shrink as less as possible the left side. Inhale, we come to center. Exhale, we rotate to the right. Strong legs. Inhale to the center. You can take the hands down. Take your new moment in Tadasana, in the mountain pose. Feeling ourselves, feeling the body as balanced and grounded as possible in this moment. So you can interlock now the hands behind the body. You can place the thumbs in the sacrum. And slowly we're straightening the hands, taking the tailbone away from the back. Rotate your shoulders back and start taking the hands as away as you feel comfortable from the back, without moving the hips, without feeling like you're in front of the wall. To open the chest. With the next exhalation, let's dive down a bit like a waterfall, letting go of the head, stretching the front body. Good breath here. Let's exhale, bend the knee, opening up, tailbone in a little. We can take our arms up to a Utkatasana. Inhale, we come up, palms together to the heart center. Let's use the thumbs to lift the chest up, take the shoulders back, couple of breaths. We'll take a balanced position. Look at the spot and try to lift the right leg. Notice what is happening within you as you're standing on one leg. You can make some circles to the ankle. You can lift the knee higher just by pressing the left leg. Be okay with whatever you're meeting, whether it's balanced or non-balanced. You can open your arms to the side. And with the inhalation, we can now fit together new moment, raising the arms, feeling the new balance of having 2 feet on the floor, palms together to the heart center. You can use your thumbs to lift your chest up. Looking at the spot, and we can lift the left leg. Feel that the more you're pressing the right leg, the left knee can come up with least tension. The thumbs are helping me to lift the chest away from the belly. You can make a couple of circles to the ankle, and you can lose the balance. It's totally fine. We're saying yes to whatever we meet. We are investigating our reaction, our physical shape. You can take the hands to the side, feel again wide and long. Notice what is happening within you, what is happening outside of you. And we can have palms up, feet down, new moment of legs, palms together to heart center. Couple of breaths. Creating as much harmony between the left and the right leg. The palms by the sides in Tadasana. From here we're going to start rolling down to the earth. Chin in first. And then vertebra by vertebra. Making the upper body soft. You can have the feet apart if it's more comfortable until we let the whole body roll down to the floor. You can exhale through the mouth. And we can place the palms on the floor, bending the knees. We can sit. We can sit in Vajrasana, knees together, feet together. And from here, the physical practice has come to an end. And you can either lay down to relax in Shavasana. In the mornings, I prefer to do some breath work of 5 minutes at least. And then another 5 minutes of meditation. So if you want to join me for small breathing exercise, you can choose how you want to sit. You can sit in Vajrasana, you can put a pillow, you can lay down. You can place right hand on the belly, left hand on the chest. relaxing the shoulders, elongating the spine. Let's inhale first to the lower belly through the nose. Move the oxygen up to the mid belly where there is no thigh. Moving up to the upper chest. And exhaling long from top to bottom without collapsing with the physical shape if possible. That's why laying down might be easier, especially if you're not used to holding yourself up for a long time. Inhale to the lower belly, to the mid belly, to the upper chest, and exhaling from top to bottom. Continuing this rhythm in your own time. Let's count at least 10 more circles of 10 inhalations and exhalations. No tension, relaxing face, relaxing shoulder. If your mind is wandering, bring yourself back to this breath. Inhaling, lower belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhaling, upper chest, lower belly. If you feel like adding a kumbhaka, a stop of breath after the inhalation or the exhalation, feel free, only if it doesn't create tension in the body or in the mind. When you're done with the 10th exhalation, you can let go of your palms softly and just checking in and being with ourselves. Notice how you feel. Notice the physical shape of your body. And from here, we're going to take about 5 minutes of just being in meditation. You can either choose an object to watch, or my personal preference, is just to be. Allow the thoughts, emotions, or the sounds, the senses to just pass like clouds in the sky. And we are the sky, we are the awareness watching it all. Good luck, enjoy, and thank you very much.